People often come to me when they reach crisis point, not beforehand. It often takes something quite huge, something that completely rocks their world, either within themselves, either within their relationships, their career. They find something has to be that big, actually, sometimes to ask for help, for guidance. Part of this brings up within me a sadness in some ways and a shame that we have to suffer so deeply before we are willing to extend a hand up to ask for help. But another part of me completely understands, as someone who's also been very self-reliant, even stoic, sometimes the point to my own detriment. I too have not always asked for help when I need it. But I do see there's a great act of courage in asking for help when we know, even if it's just like a whisper, that we need it, even if that help is a desperate need. And so those who come to me, whatever their challenge is, whatever their crisis, whatever their crossroads is, I'm very open, without judgment, very focused on holding that space and helping them find that way through. To me, there is no other way. There's like a story when we were children, that says you can't go under it, you can't go around it, you can't go over it. You got to go through it. But going through things alone can seem overwhelming, unbearable, completely not even possible. And this is the beauty of having someone in your court, by your side, who comes from a place of non-judgment, of humility, of perhaps having walked that exact same path before, or maybe just being one step ahead in the same life space, maybe from a completely different experience of world values, worldview, all those things. But that's irrelevant because we also connect human to human, heart to heart, mind to mind, soul to soul. And that's why I love in my practice the power of blending all that I have from the Western psychological sciences with the Ageless Eastern wisdom. I'm not interested in putting people in boxes or giving them labels. They can be helpful in some ways for understanding things, for us to be able to grasp it. Our mind likes to compartmentalize, to go, yes, okay, depression, anxiety, narcissism, whatever it is, whatever the catchword might be at the time. But to be able also to go, there's more than that. We are these beautiful multifaceted diamonds that have many aspects to us. We are all very rich when we are open and willing to peel back those layers, to explore those, see how interconnected they are, see how parts of us are holding us back, outdated habits, even to the point of addiction, or thought patterns that are narrowing our perspective on reality. Because here's the thing, we all filter reality through our own lenses. And those lenses are created in childhood, through culture, religion, politics, where we come from, what our parents gave us, what we've picked up from the last book, or perhaps watching a podcast on YouTube. We gather all of these and they all create a multi-layered perspective and give us our version of reality. They're not always right. They might serve us for a point and then we outgrow them. We have to learn what to let go of, what to hold on to, what to be open to, what to lean into, what to actually have barriers or boundaries for. We are complex beings. Life is a beautiful, complex experience that we get to have, I believe, as souls having a human experience. In esoteric psychology, we talk about having different aspects to us. We have our physical, we have our astral or our emotional, we have our mind, our mental, we have our personality, and we have our soul aspect. And it's these aspects that make us who we are. These are unique to us, this combination, this collection, and that is part of the way we also experience life. And therefore, what you have and what your beloved has, let's say in a relationship, are going to be completely different. It's why we sometimes have butting heads. It's why other times we seem to have a space where we just click because maybe that part of us is exactly the same. We're going to find in our relationships that's going to be the same too. We're going to have polar opposites in parts. We're going to have similarities in parts. We're going to have some that are the same in parts. And that's why we have relationships that work, relationships that are easy, relationships that are challenging, all these within us. It's a fascinating world if we look at it from this perspective. We are fascinating if we're open, willing, and able to see life like that, even amid the darkness, even amid the pain and hurt and turmoil, because essentially there's something in us. Maybe we could call it a spark, maybe we can call it a drop of the cosmic ocean. For some of us, we call it a soul that connects to something greater, God, source, universe, that part of us that longs to bring down divinity and share it with the world. That's the bit that makes us want to create or get up or help or do something to contribute to make this world a better place. We do all have that longing within us. How we do it, sometimes we don't know. We get confused, we get stuck, we find we've hit a roadblock. Maybe it's something physical that's going on within us. Maybe it's emotional that's stopping us. Maybe it's mental, maybe psychological, maybe it's spiritual. There's different types of crises, there's different types of challenges, there's different types of things that can change in our world in different layers. How we come to better know ourselves and, let's say, our beloved or partner or colleague, someone in our world, if we're integrating with them, if that relationship is frictious or challenging, that's all part of the journey. To me, one of the greatest things we can do is better understand ourselves, better know ourselves, as the Gnostic saying goes, and better know the people that we're closest to, our beloved, our children, our parents, if all of these are in our orbit. But at the end of the day, we can't control all of that. We can only control what's in here. And we need the best resources, tools, techniques, all those kind of things, pulling from east and west, finding that harmony and balance to navigate, explore, deepen, enrich, and ideally transcend this mundane human existence and live a life that's full of joy, beauty, goodness, and truth. A life where we can access that greater creative part of us and share it. To me, that is why we're here. To learn, to grow, to evolve, to transcend. And that's part of the reason why I do what I do in StellaMuse. In one-on-one sessions, in couple sessions, in my podcast, in my writings, because I have a deep desire, a deep passion to connect, to serve, to help. And ultimately, I guess, I'm governed by my religion, which is love. That's my ultimate desire, for us to actually embody what has been taught to us thousands of years ago that we still haven't embodied, which is loving one another. And I don't mean in a sexual way, although that can be part of it. I mean in a truly intimate way where I see you and you see me, where you speak and I listen and I understand and I experience what it's like to be you in that moment, that I can feel that pain, that I can feel that excitement, that I can feel that joy, that I can feel that fear. And you can do the same with me. Because if we actually had that sensitivity, that nuanced ability to connect with each other globally as a united humanity in that way, to that depth, we would transcend all pain and suffering. And it sounds like a fairy tale and it sounds very idealistic, and in some ways perhaps it is, but it's a potentiality. And to me, it is what we're leading to, what we're longing for, what we're walking this path for. And it's absolutely why I do what I do. It motivates me every day to do what I do because I believe in that. And I believe in you. And I know there's a part of you that perhaps longs for something very much the same. Thank you for joining with me here in one of my little StellaMusing rants, the first of perhaps many, I trust. Take wonderful care of yourself and each other. Until next time.